It's a wonderful evening here in India, but in Dubai it's afternoon, I think, because I don't know whether it is what time exactly it is. But Sudha is in Dubai, and she's joining all the way from Dubai, and we'll know who is she, Sudha, and what is she. First, let me talk to Sudha. Hi, Sudha. How are you?
Hi Jyoti, I'm fine. It's 4:30 in Dubai evening.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a evening. For us,
Yes.
it's almost late evening, somewhat. We are in the 6 o'clock time, nearing 6 o'clock. So, yeah, I think there's a three and a half hours difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a one
yeah.
and a half hours. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. It's just, yeah, 1.5 hour. So, Sudha, how has been the Dubai climate there, and how are you feeling now? Is it sultry? Is it suffocating like here in India?
It's summer, and
Okay.
I'm sure you must have heard in Dubai, in Middle East, the summer is really hot. We go to up to 50 degrees, and
Oh,
so it's really hot, and you can't step out, say, before 7 o'clock. Sometimes even
oh,
8 when we go for walkings. It's really hot. So these are the
oh.
months where the sun is at its peak in Dubai: April, May, June, July, August.
So how many years have you been in Dubai now?
Past almost 25 years, I'm here in Dubai.
Oh,
I came
25 years.
in, yeah.
Wonderful,
I,
wonderful.
yeah.
So I've just spoken about Sudha Charles Roberts. She is educational professionalist. She is working in a reputed school in Dubai for past 25 years and has been in a leadership position for 10 years. So Dubai actually she has worked in a senior level positions in educational field, but she has taken a break in her life, and that has brought in a lot of changes to her. We'll know from her what is that changes and why did she take that break, and how did she come back from the break. I mean, that's very important. That's the thing, life changing thing which happened to her, and how she's going to tell her story to inspire people like you, me, and everyone. So tell me, Sudha, so when you came to Dubai, you came as an educationalist. You was in the field of education. So how was your your growth, and how did you feel at an early age reaching the heights? So how did it all happen?
Yeah, I came to Dubai in 1999, and that time I was a chemistry teacher. I was teaching chemistry for grade 10, 11, 12 in a CBSE school over here. That's how I started my career. And I enjoy teaching. You know, teaching is the noblest profession and most rewarding career. Yeah.
Okay.
So we make a very positive impact on students, holistic development, and we are the role models for the kids. And this career also has a variety. Like you had mentioned in my intro, I was a
Mm-hmm.
teacher at the same time. I was in charge of some activities in school. Then I
Mm-hmm.
was in charge of heading the department, and then I became head of secondary. So it offers a variety of roles where you can, demonstrate your skills. And
Okay.
that was my journey right from
Mm-hmm.
teacher, and
Mm-hmm.
right now I'm head of secondary in a reputed institution in Dubai.
Okay, that's wonderful, Sudha. But uh, when you were in your when before the show when we spoke, you were telling me that you were in the peak of the career and you had to take a break. See, I have seen many women taking break, and whether they are going to have a kid or some issue, health issues or family issues or something, and then when they come back, they feel that they're not strong. Maybe they are gone back. Maybe they're not worth for the job, the same job or similar job. So how did this happen? And when you came back, how was it? What was your reactions and what was your mindset?
Yeah, like I'd spoken to you, I had advanced in my career, and there was a time in my life, like a year back, where I
Mm-hmm.
had to take a break from my career for my family commitments. I need to go
Correct.
back to India
Correct.
to take care of my mom. And
Mm-hmm.
so this is the phase of my life where I
Mm-hmm.
would like to mention that I had to pause
Mm-hmm.
and look at the situations
Mm-hmm.
and take small changes.
Okay.
So, where I had a scenario where I had to go back to Chennai to be with my mom, and that's the time the pandemic started. That's the time the corona
Oh,
came in, and we were not able to even step out of the house, and the doors were locked, and we were inside with all provisions. I hope you remember that time where
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
and you, as you know, Dubai is a very fast-paced country. So everything we do, like in a roller coaster ride, that's what we work, and it goes very fast. The days and weeks and months and years.
Okay.
So from that pace, I had to
Okay.
take a decision to resign my
Okay.
job and
Okay.
go back to India for my family commitments. So
Oh.
that's where I thought I had a good time to self reflect on myself and to do what next with
Mm.
taking care of my mom.
Oh.
So that's the time I had to really sit over for days. It was not easy because I've been working for 25 years. I've been a very busy woman, enjoying my career, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
keeping myself very busy with activities.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, I felt like I was locked in a house
Mm-hmm.
within the four walls. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, it gave me immense happiness and contentment to take care of my mom. But at the same time, I started thinking, what am I doing here? So I wanted to stay connected with what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I started taking small changes in my life. You like to
Okay.
hear? You like to hear what it is?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'm waiting for that. Yeah.
So I felt that I got disconnected from my education career. So
Mm-hmm.
I started exploring what I could do to stay connected in the same field.
Mm-hmm.
So I started reaching out to people in
Okay.
the education field because I was in education for 25 years. I couldn't think of anything else at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I started reaching out to educationists, and that's where I came in touch with an educational consultant
Mm-hmm.
in India called Chetana.
Yeah,
So
okay.
yeah, so then I asked them, how can I help you? I've been experienced and I can teach and what I can do for you all. So they gave me a good opportunity, a good platform. And they asked me, could you write content for teacher training courses?
Wow.
Yeah, so which I have never done before in my life. I've
Okay.
taught, I've done trainings for teachers, but I have never developed content. So, what I'm liking to point out here is I had started tapping the skill which is within me, which I have never explored before, which I
Mm-hmm.
have never thought that I had. So, I
Mm-hmm.
started trying out. I said, I will try.
Mm.
Then I started trying out. So, nothing is impossible when you really look within yourself. That
Wow.
is what was my caption, search within yourself. So
Absolutely.
I started writing content. I spent a lot of time, and I felt very refreshed because I started myself getting connected with education again.
Mm-hmm.
Within the four walls,
Okay.
that is the small change which I took by looking at myself and self-reflecting what I could do, and I achieved doing it, Jyoti.
Wonderful, wonderful. So that when you're saying the word looking into yourself, now this word looks not as easy as it's said, because to know yourself is becoming more difficult to understand others. Like if I talk to you for another few months continuously, maybe I will know you much more than you knowing yourself, isn't it?
True,
So,
true, true.
so when you want, how did you understand? Because I want to understand from you. How did you understand what you want actually, because you were very happy, with your career, and you were, in a senior level, enjoying the fruits of it and everything. But suddenly, when you take a break from it, and you will sometimes you'll also feel jittery, you'll also feel lonely, you'll also come out with many other questions into yourself. What am I doing in my life? Oh, I was like this, now I'm like this, nobody calls me, that, this, and all. So when there was a drastic change from that to down, maybe it's not down thing, but then you're just stagnant there. So when that stagnant happens, that's when people go with mental trauma, or
Yeah.
the kind of psychological issue. So how did you come to know within yourself that what you want? And did you sit and write something, or did you sit and discuss with your friends? How did this phase went with you? Because similar kind of things many women are facing today in the middle age, because they have to take a break in their career for many reasons. Not only that, due to pandemic, many people
Yeah.
are losing
Yeah.
losing
Yeah.
their jobs also. So they are becoming so depressed and stressed of these kind of situations. So can you tell me what is looking into yourself?
Yeah, exactly. So, like you said, I was crushed. I was feeling like all the sides of my body are being crushed because me and my mom and
Mm-hmm.
inside a house. And
Mm-hmm.
I did not have anything to do. I would finish my cooking and household work by early morning, 10 o'clock, if I start at 7. So, the
Correct.
rest of the day, what
Mm-hmm.
am I doing? I spent a lot of time praying. I would like to mention that there, where
Mm-hmm.
I had some time for spiritual wellness of my being. So I spent a lot of time reading Bible,
Mm-hmm.
studying, attending Bible studies, where I was nourishing my soul with the good words of the Bible. I would love
Absolutely.
like to say that.
Sure.
Apart from that, so how long will you do that? You will do
Mm-hmm.
first 2 hours, 3 hours. Apart from that, still I felt that the rest of the day is just still. So
Mm-hmm.
I started looking within myself. Okay, what was I? Like you said, what was I? I was doing this and that and this. And what am I today? In what way I can be of useful to others? This is the thought came in my mind. when
Wow.
i when I have this much potential, I
Mm-hmm.
know that I have been of use in student community, in education sector. Why
Mm-hmm.
I should just keep a full stop just because there is pandemic, just because my life situation changed, just
Mm-hmm.
because I had to resign and sit in a place. So the walls and the rooms are not the limit for yourself. So that is
Correct.
what I put a question within myself. How this
Mm-hmm.
question came is, when I have so much potential and I was in the top of the career at that time. I'm not old, I'm not sick, God forbid, nothing happened to me. So why I should waste my time? I can do something to the society. What I have, I can give it back to the society. So
Very.
in this line, I reached out to Team Everest, the non-profit organization in India.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my cousin had introduced that to me. So she was a part of that, and she was volunteering. She was doing a lot of help. Anita, you must be
Very
knowing
true.
her.
I know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that created an awareness, and I said, okay, let me give what I have in me to these children in villages. So I taught those children, those who are in villages, those who don't have street lights, those who cannot speak English, those who are
Mm-hmm.
called for interview but they had no confidence to present themselves because they cannot speak continuously a paragraph of in English introducing themselves. So I was mentoring students. I was teaching them how to speak English. Then I was training them with soft skills, giving
Oh.
them confidence, boosting them. So this is what I was able to do because I put a question within myself. Why should I waste my energy and time simply sitting at home, or watching a series, or watching a television and just going off to sleep? So it was the question which wake up within me. That's what I always tell all my friends, that you have to look into yourself, that lots of potential within you.
Wow, that's really wonderful that you are working with an NGO because I have taken them also on air. I think a year ago when initially I started the show. So it was wonderful to connect with them, and I also will write in the description of this show to anybody who really
Yeah,
want to volunteer to
yeah,
please connect with them, because they
yeah,
are doing a tremendous job. And also you can connect with Anita. I will put her link, and she's been a very good friend of mine these days. And nice to know all these things, Sudha. Now, when we are talking about this career thing and everything, nowadays, what do you see the changes happening in terms of women in career? If you say women in career, are they very aggressive, or are they intellectually handling it, or are they in the mode of safe zone? Okay, if I get, yeah, 1 lakh 2 lakh enough pa, I'll get married to a rich guy or an NRI and then settle. Are they like that, or are they, you have to tell me frankly, because these days even I'm watching it, the girls and the women, girls today especially, who are in the early ages. So because being an educationalist, how do you understand them? And if somebody comes to mentor from for mentoring from you, how do you handle such situations when somebody who is you very vague about what career plan they want to do, what they want to become, especially the girls, the younger girls within the age of 25. So what is your suggestion being an educationalist?
yeah. Being aggressive is not going to help them in any way. That will be my first piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
And what they want to become is what they have to decide within themselves, and keep telling about it, that I'm going to reach there, I'm going to become that. This is the advice I give to my students and youngsters, and in my family as well as in school. That
Okay.
there's something called as law of positivity, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
when you so that my husband always says there should be a law, there should be a law which has to be every time set within yourself. So if you want to say go to the moon one day and see the craters in the moon, you have to keep saying it, then only it happens. Of course we
Wonderful.
have to pray, and if it's God's will it will happen. So I tell my children, if you want to become an astronaut, if you want to reach NASA, if you want to do say a paramedical course, or if you want to research in something, an innovation, keep telling that I'm going to do that, I'm going to become an astronaut one day. So what happens is your mind and body gets tuned to that desire, and it helps you to reach that goal. So all the hard work becomes a lighter work, because you're working for something which you want to. So it is no more a hard work. You're striving towards something which you would love to have it in your hand. So it's not going to be a tough, hard study. So it becomes easier, and the children get mentally prepared, looking always aiming at the goal where they want to. So it's like a long road. At the end of the road, there's a bright light. So you keep focusing on the light. The light is the one which takes a major part of your mind and soul, where the path, even though the path is not straight, it is crooked, it has lumps and it has ups and downs, doesn't matter, because you already set your mind to reach there. This is the advice I would give to the youngsters.
Wonderful, Sudha, because if you say that, what you're saying positively, like how your husband said, and what is, this is what I've read even in the book called Secret. So it says that you constantly say something and it really happens. It's wonderful phrase. Now, when we talk about the women of today, especially the middle-aged women, they are doing quite a lot of things. Being a mother, being a daughter, being a daughter-in-law, being a wife, being a, so many roles, right? And of course, again, working. They are not working, but still,
Yeah.
they're playing many roles. Why do you think the women of today are so self-victimized? They Nobody victims them. I mean, they feel like that. They feel that, oh, I'm not a good mother. Oh, maybe I should be a good daughter. Oh, I'm a very worst daughter-in-law. You know, such kind of victim role. I have seen many people nowadays, especially the
mm,
women,
mm,
they're not happy being. This I have not noticed with my parents.
mm,
Even if they were housewives, okay,
mm,
or homemakers, whatever you say, they were happy doing it. They
mm,
happy doing the household work. They're happy being a daughter-in-law. Even if they curse their mother-in-law, also they were happy doing that. I'm just saying for
mm,
the you know.
mm.
So, but they were happy in their life. But if you see today's women, especially the middle-aged women who's around 30 plus, this middle-age crisis, I've seen that they want to be either extraordinary in everything and they want the love from everybody.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
little bit somebody taunts them, they're not able to take it. you
mm,
know
mm,
so
mm.
why do you think this phase has come, and how do women keep themselves understand within themselves that they it's not should not have that self victimized or self pity mode? How to go
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. What do I think is, see, when women completely, like you and me, both belong to women category. So what do?
Correct.
We sacrifice so much for our family. We do everything selflessly for them. And so at the end of this deal, the whole bargain is around doing for husband, doing for wife, children, doing for mother-in-law. In this deal, they forget about themselves, they forget about caring, self-care, they forget about their self-care. And so all the time you look for acknowledgement from people for whom we are serving. Correct. You wanted to be recognized from in your in-laws house, you wanted to be acknowledged from your, some acknowledgement, appreciation from your husband, some acknowledgement of your good work from your children. This, in this thing, what women do, they get less motivated, they get demotivated, they feel that they are not acknowledged, they think the percentage of hard work goes higher and higher, and the percentage of what they receive becomes lesser and lesser. It happens in every family. It happens. I know that. Even I have faced it. It's not that I'm a very strong woman. I will not face. Even I faced it. Even sometimes we shed tears. Oh, how much we do. I also tell my daughters how much I do. Will you say one thank you? Sometimes we expect that. It is there in every family. So
Yeah.
what I would advise, or what I in, because as we age, we get matured looking at things. Our perspective towards situations changes. Yeah. So this also helped me when I was taking a break alone for a year at home. How to look at situations, how to look at things, and not try to change the situation, which is not in my hand, but change my way of looking at the situation. You know.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
yeah, because how much you can try to say change a situation or change a character of another person, you will waste your time in life and you will have no peace. Instead,
Absolutely.
instead,
Perfect.
instead, you look at yourself and say, how I can change my perspective of looking at the situation or looking at the person. Why do I expect a thank you from my daughter? It's okay. She will say it sometime. Why do I need be
Or she
acknowledged?
might not even say. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. The love is always there. The love is
Always
always.
there.
So why do we? Pure love is when we do something for others without an expectation. Yeah. So I would say that ladies should come out of this thing, and I understand we all get very demotivated when we do so much and sincerely to the family, especially. Then comes the community. Yeah, families, the expectations are more. No.
Oh, absolutely.
So I would say that learn to value yourself, learn to walk with self esteem, and learn to say that, oh, this is my duty, this is where God has put me, and this
Very
is what I have to do. God has put me in this place, and I'm supposed to be doing this. I won't be there in any other place because this is the place God wants me to be. And so
wonderful.
I will do this. One day you will be rewarded. It's not that life is going to go like that till you get
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah. Very true.
one day you will be rewarded. One day definitely someone will come and say thank you to you. One day someone will come and give a hug to you. And so it's not the moment when you want you will get a hug, but you will get a hug later. It will not go for a waste. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's nice to hear such positive things, Sudha. And there are many people joining us and commenting also. So Prasad John is saying good evening, dear madam, to you. And Jaya George, she's saying yes, Sudha Charles, you are truly a mentor, motivating people around you with your experience and knowledge. I have chosen your thread of making awareness in the younger generation from the experience we have gathered over the years. Wonderful. And Raja is saying beautiful words, madam. So many people who are watching this show are saying they are understanding. They're saying what you're saying is perfectly correct. We should not
Thank
expect
you.
things from others.
Thank
So
you.
when it so when it comes to expectations, the expectations should be zero from everybody. That's what Sudha is saying, so that we will be happy. Now, so when we are talking about all this, taking a break and coming back into career, now for you it was because you were in the peak of your career, you took a break and you came back and you understand what you want to do. Now, what happens is, it is if people take longer breaks, Sudha, for example, for their kids or something like that. So, for 5 years, 6 years, and they were
Mm,
working in
mm,
IT or somewhere, IT changes for every 6 months,
mm,
right?
mm,
So, when they want to come back, the confidence and that motivation is not within themselves.
mm,
They
mm,
hold back themselves, thinking that maybe I will not, you know, match up with the people who are there now.
mm,
After
mm.
5 years, things change a lot. So how to self motivate them, or how to keep yourself motivated, thinking that yes, if not that thing, something else I can do. If
Yep.
not IT, something else I can restart. So
Yep.
what do you have to say on that?
See, for people who have worked for some time and then they've taken a break, like you said, a long break, they've lost touch of their work. They've now got out of their routine of what they were doing at their workplace. And so for them to start, it will be a starting trouble. I know that. It will be a starting problem.
Hmm.
But what I would say is the skills in them never die. It
Correct.
has gone, it has been only settled within themselves because they're not been used for quite for some time. Some other skills were used. It was some other skill of a parenting or some house homemaking has been used by that person. But what the skill she has been doing in the corporate or in the community has been taken a back seat because she has taken a long break. It has not gone out of her or him. Correct. So gather your strengths, believe in yourself. This skill I had, and I was a very promising person in my career so many years back. It has not faded away, it's taken a back seat. So gather your strengths, take the courage from the past, reflect on yourself. When I was doing the work, what all I managed, how did I survive in a very political scenario in my workplace? How did I achieve and become a shared my success story? So think of the positive things, gather your strengths of what you were before in your career, and be willing to learn the new, because now you're getting after a long break when you're getting into a career. Like I also came after post COVID, I joined my career. So
Correct.
in a new place I joined, I do not know anyone over there.
Hmm.
What was the first thing which I had in my mind or prepared my mind was be ever willing to learn and to accept what people say. There may be
Oh,
new people. Yeah. We are not going back to the same place where we know the crowd and we know one another. No, you will never get
you do
that.
not know. Correct.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a place, but it's a one-odd situation. So be ever willing to, or be ready to learn, be ready to accept the new ideas, and be ready to work collaboratively.
Wonderful,
Be,
wonderful.
be humble.
Be
That's what I
humble,
would say.
be ready to learn. And I think, as you said, things will fall in place when the time comes. That
Yes,
hug and that happiness will come when it has to come. I love
definitely.
that words, Sudha, which you said.
Thank you.
Before we end this show, one last question. Again, somebody is saying, yeah, Raja Tamapati is saying, superb, madam. Correct. What
Thank
she's
you.
saying is superb. Pratibha is saying, well said. Anita is saying, excellent insight, Akka. Yeah,
Thank
Anita,
you.
we were talking about.
Uh,
So, guys, nice to know you guys are watching and you guys are commenting on this. If you have any more questions with Sudha regarding career, regarding how to plan for your future, or anything regarding to take up any career, especially in education, you can always put in the comment section. She will reply to it after the show also. So it will be wonderful to connect, understand what you want to know. Okay, one question she has: what is the difference between the education system in India and Dubai?
uh, Education everywhere is the same, I would say. Kids are learning, and we do have here also CBSE schools and international schools which follow IB curriculum, UK curriculum. Learning is the same, but the kids are different. That's what I would say. Kids are different. They are, over here in India, the old schools still
Exist.
exist. Like a teacher comes, and so the teacher is given that respect, and the teacher should not, in front of the teacher, students should not open the mouth, and they should stand up and sit. And over in Dubai, I will say a teacher is a facilitator over here. And we have international crowds in schools. There are more than, say, 60, 70 nationalities in a particular UK schools, in American schools. So there are different culture, diverse. So what happens here is we cannot take a cane and stick and stand like our old school teachers. That's not going to work. For that matter, any children, we are not good. The generation has changed. They want us to be their friends, even when we are imparting knowledge to them. And that is how we can make them achieve their success. So I would say here the kids expect a kind of a respect more than Indian kids from the teachers, and they expect us to treat them as young adults, even though they are in grade 7. Also, they wanted to be treated as young adults like foreign countries. So that is the change,
That
and
will be there. Yeah,
that's a
that is
good
the
change.
major difference between two
Yeah, and that's a good change. We respect kids, and we give and take respect. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's another question from Raja. He's saying, I'm a teacher in India. Can I have a chance to work in Dubai? Oh,
Of course, he could try come on a visit visa and try in the schools over here. Not a
yeah,
problem.
you can come on and visit, visa and try in Dubai schools. So that's how it is. Now, Jaya is asking, how important is communication skills and socializing at your workplace?
It's very important. Communication is the first thing which breaks any hinder between team people in a team. Good communication solves many problems. That's what I would love to say. Instead of keeping it within yourself and assuming things, you better communicate with people clearly, set your expectations clearly, and so that there's a clean goal of how we walk one hand in hand, and at the same time share the same vision. So communication is very important.
Communication is the key. Instead of keeping everything within you and feeling suffocated, talk it out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what Raja is saying. Thank you, madam. Yeah, yes. So finally, before we end, I didn't even know that we were talking for such a long time. It was, endless, and it's very interesting to know many things from Sudha. So Sudha, one final question today is that what do you think today's women has to have to be happy? This word is very difficult for many women, to keep themselves happy. So what do you think? What should they do to be happy?
Yeah. Uh, from my experience, I would say I'm sure there will be someone who is listening here with benefit from what I'm going to say. Or already there are some people who are experienced what I'm going to say. They will say, they will be nodding their head, yes, this works. So what I will say is, don't live in the past, live in the moment. There may be many tough times which we have come across, or many of our women right now may be in very difficult situations, and they are thinking, "Oh, it's there's only darkness before my eyes. There's no hope." So live in the moment. Don't think of what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't think of what has happened behind, past. Leave it, let it go. Live in the moment, enjoy the moment, value yourself, have a good self esteem for yourself. I always tell all the ladies, you should start respecting and valuing yourself. Then the community and society will value you. So, value yourself, acknowledge yourself, respect yourself, and live in the moment. Make small positive changes within yourself, change your way of looking at things, and so then it would give a good benefit to the community, to the family, above all to you. You will be a transformed person. That's what happened when I took a year break. It's like a cleansing, like we do detox. Like that's what happened with my thoughts and my way of looking at things, and my tolerance level increased, and my patience increased, and I got less irritated with people and things. All this happens, and then you really start loving yourself. You love yourself, you value yourself, and live in the moment. I'm telling you, any woman who is in a tough time, if you keep saying this to yourself, I know I'm going to come out of this. It's only a passing cloud. The cloud is not going to be stuck over my head. So I'm going to live this moment and enjoy this moment. And then I'm going to hope for the best future before me. That's my
Very,
advice.
very true. Very true. Very true. Wonderfully said. Yes, many women who are watching this will be nodding it, like how I was also nodding. My head. Okay, wonderful, Sudha. It was wonderful connecting you from all the way from Dubai. You took your time and you had you were sharing a good experience about and looking within yourself is something which we spoke today, and your journey in educational field. It was
Thank
wonderful
you.
connecting with you. Have a wonderful evening. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, Jyoti, for giving me this opportunity. It was really nice, and I'm being so blessed to have this opportunity. And you gave me this platform to talk about this. And if this is going to have an impact of any one lady, and that is my success. And looking forward to meet you many more times. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, we should connect on different topics on a different phase and different times so that it will go a positive. What we're saying is to create a positive impact on women. That's the need of the hour. Thank you so much, Sudha. Take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.